Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new episode of the Lumberjacks Saga. Last episode, we got a lot of stuff done. We got ourselves a bunch of new fields, and we also went through and completely redid this whole area right here to get it nice and set up for our tree planting operation. Now, today, we've got some other things we need to do. Now, I know I had previously said that we were going to get a new tractor, and that is still the plan for today. But there's some stuff I actually want to talk about before that, and this was due to some comments I had received, which kind of shed a little bit of light on things for me, which I had previously not realized, and that has to do with our productions. Now, you may remember, if you've been following the series, a couple episodes, I did a little bit of testing with, I believe it was the carpentry building. Yes, and we had discovered that to make the most money in the carpentry building, the best way to do it is to only have the furniture being produced with long planks and nothing else. And then I kind of let it go and thought I knew everything about productions and that I was the master and I didn't need any more knowledge. Well, that was wrong. Turns out that, yeah, I was doing quite a few of our productions wrong, in fact, and let's go in here, take a look real quick. So I did very extensive testing on this to just verify all of this information, just so you guys know. Now, carpentry, we're good in carpentry. Let's go down to the Cooper. This is wrong, right? We should not have all three of these going. In the testing I did, I tested all three of these productions separately and then all three together, and I got some pretty interesting results. So if I were just to do barrels only, I made about 29K per month. If I did bathtubs only, I made 35K per month. If I did buckets only, I made 23K per month. If I did all of them together, it brought in 29,000 per month. So really, the best thing to do here is to only make bathtubs. So we're going to go ahead and deactivate this, and we're going to activate bathtubs using planks long, because that gives us the most bathtubs possible. So that's number one. Number two, paper factory. This one was pretty interesting when I did this one. So if I did only cartons, came out to 40,000 per month. If I did only paper, came out to 47,000 per month. With both activated, it comes out to 43,000 per month. So we only want paper. We don't want cartons at all. So deactivate that. Now, for the sawmill is an interesting case. I did testing with this one where I did everything individually to see what it produced, and then I did it not one by one, but all together to see if it affected anything. And the sawmill, it doesn't care if you have everything or only one thing going. It produces the same no matter what. So that one, we can go ahead and keep going with our prefab walls and our wood beams. That shouldn't be a problem. But over here, we don't need regular planks anymore. We are only going to roll with planks long because that is the best thing to use for all of our productions. So hopefully that changes some things here and saves us a little bit of wood and makes us more money. So we'll see how that works out in the long run. Now, we got a ton of wood chips that we got to sell too. So that is priority number one for now. I got a lot inside of this Cobra, and I've got a lot saved up in our production. So we are going to go ahead and sell those. And then here's the other thing. Being that the Valtra just did not work for what we wanted it to do, I think that what I'm going to do is probably sell it and use that to finance a bigger tractor, essentially. Let's put it that way. And I think that what we're probably going to go with is the John Deere 9RX, and we are just going to buff it out of our minds, right? We're going to get max everything on it, and just have, excuse me, extremely rude drivers here. And yeah, we're just going to do the best we can with it, so it can basically do anything we need it to. Now, I know it's a little bit slower, but that's okay too. I'm not too worried about that. I just need the power for the mulching, right? That's the whole reason I want it. That's the whole reason I bought the Valtra, was to get enough power to mulch on the go and not have to stop and turn on the mulcher every time I wanted to, do a stump or something. So yeah, that's the plan. First step, let's sell all these wood chips. Okay, that was pretty good. We had about 2 full loads and a little bit extra, and that's including what was in the Cobra. So let's unblock here so we can get around this and actually get out of this place. And we still got way more still back at the sawmill. So I'm probably gonna have to make another trip or two, but man, we're probably gonna be I don't know, 350,000, maybe 400,000 after it's all said and done. That's pretty awesome. And then once we sell the Valtra, that's probably going to be another 160,000. That might be enough, guys, right there, to get us our John Deere. I mean, that's a lot of money. Okay, let's get this done, and let's see exactly what the total comes to when all is said and done. Oh, and by the way, having this Cobra to do this, absolutely amazing. This thing is flying, absolutely flying. It makes hauling this back and forth way easier. No issues whatsoever. All right, that is super odd. So I just went to fill up this trailer from the wood chip pile here, and for whatever reason, it started filling up our wood chipper and not the actual trailer. That's super weird. Huh. I'm not sure why it's doing it that way, but okay. I guess it considers the wood chipper like a trailer. Okay, hey, I'll take it. Oh yeah, buddy, who's passing who now, huh? That's right. You're too slow, get out of here. Okay, several trips of wood chip deliveries have been done, and I basically took every wood chip that we had that wasn't blocking like a production output, and I went ahead and sold it. So we got a lot done there. I probably shouldn't park here. This is not a very good spot. We got a lot done there, and next step, I'm gonna need to see how much the Valtra will sell for exactly, so we can factor that into the equation to see exactly how much we're gonna need for our new John Deere here. So this seems like a much better spot. Let's go to the shop first off, and let's see how much the John Deere is. That's number one. Oh, it's so much money. $545. Okay, and that's not even its final form. So it's at 539 horsepower with this configuration right here. We're gonna go US configuration. Okay, it doesn't really matter, I think. Now, this is the configuration we want. That's gonna put us at a whopping 691 horsepower. Absolutely massive right there. And we're gonna need $628,000. Oh, baby, that's a lot, man. Crawler, no. Let's not mess with anything there. We don't need to change that. 3-point, yeah, we need the 3-point on the back. Okay, so 628.2 is where we need to be. Let me just get the old pen and paper out here. 628.2. Now let's look at how much we can sell the Valtra for. And then we can do a little bit of quick math here to see if we're there or if we need to do a little bit more to make some more money here or what's going on. So let's take a look. Where's the Valtra? Right there. We can get 163 for the Valtra. 163,392. That's the number I'm going to use to factor it in. Now, I'm not sure if that is actually the number, because when you drive it over there, I think you get a little bit more than if you weren't, if you just sold it from the menu. But let's go ahead and use this number and just assume that that is going to be accurate. So 163,392, add that to our 387,890. That's going to put us at 551,282. So we're not quite at our goal. We still need to make probably about 100,000 really to have a little bit of wiggle room there. And that's basically like 1 month of production. So that's no big deal. We can get that no problem, especially now that we kind of, revamped all of our production lines and have everything running pretty smoothly. So, before we can do that though, we're pretty much out of wood. That's the downside of all this. We need to completely fill up this sawmill right here. Get that one back in production. And then this guy only doing planks long now, so his workload actually shouldn't be too terrible. And look at that, he's got a surplus of planks long. We might be able to sneak away with not filling this guy up because he's got almost 20,000 liters. So really, if we just give this guy a good top up, then I think we're good to go. And that's actually pretty easy because we have all our oak trees right there ready to go. And yeah, so okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut down I'm gonna say 5 oak trees, stuff them in here, and call that good, and then we'll make some money. All right, that is our 5 trees ready to go, ready to rock and roll. Now, someone had left me an interesting comment. I don't remember your name, so I apologize if you're watching, but they had actually said that it's easier and faster to winch up this hill than to drive up this hill. So we're actually going to test this out on this first tree, and we're going to do both. We're going to go pull down to the bottom here, winch the tree over, then pull back up to the top, and winch the tree up the hill. And just so you guys know, I do read every single comment. All right, so if you leave me a comment and I don't reply back, believe me, I still read the comment, but I just can't reply to every single comment. There's lots and lots of comments across all the videos that come in every single day, so I do apologize if I don't respond, but I 100% read every single comment. Oh no, can't reach. Okay, we got to back this up a little bit further so we can get the reach going there. Jeez, we're just infested with deer out here. All right, how much further back do we got to go? I guess I'll go back to about here by the Kubota, and I think that should be good enough, hopefully. Can we reach this time? Let's find out here. I got to get rid of this guy too. I need to pull the Cobra over here, do a little maintenance. There we go, and let's start pulling, and let's see, is this indeed quicker? Well, at the moment it is not, but let's see. Okay, there we go. Maybe it's quicker to pull it here, but then winch it up the hill. I don't know. Whoop, not the flashlight. Yeah, I think it's quicker to winch it up the hill, but just pull it down here 100%. But we're pretty much committed now at this point. Let me get this flashlight out of here. So there we go. All right, I'll pull it to the bottom of this hill, and then we'll go ahead and winch it up and see if it's quicker that way. Man, I really do wish that we could have found a good way to use the hydraulic ramp there. All right, let's release the winch, and then we'll head all the way up top here. Even further than this, like right here maybe. I think that'll be good. And then let's winch it from here, and let's figure out once and for all if this is actually quicker or not. Oh, it's trying to do it's trying to do the yarder as well. Okay, this is a big production here, having this yarder hooked up. There we go. Are you pulling or what? You know what, let's do it from inside the forwarder. That way we're not worried about controlling the yarder on accident as well. Okay, now let's winch this bad boy up. It does seem to be going a little bit quicker, not gonna lie. Yeah, you know what? I think that is the way to go. You winch from up here, and you pull down below. And then I guess we can back up to it now because it should be on pretty much level ground with us. And then, yeah, look at how much slower we are. And now we're fast again. Okay, let's go ahead and suck it in here and do the other 4 trees now that we got our new method. Now, if there's any of you wondering why I'm not just using the yarder to do this, well, sadly, the yarder is just not powerful enough. It can only hold up to 3 tons, and these trees are way more than 3 tons. So sadly, can't use the yarder. Wish it could. Maybe one day we'll have a more powerful yarder, and that will become a reality. But for right now, we're kind of stuck doing it this way, the old-fashioned way. I just figured out something so helpful. I got to show you guys this real quick, and it's actually awesome because it's the last tree, so I wouldn't even be able to show you if I figured it out on this one. When you're going to winch something, put where you're winching from way on the bottom, like as far down as you can, because you want the rope connected lower. And when the rope is connected that low, watch this. It pulls the tree up so it's off the ground. See that? When it's off the ground, there's way less resistance when you're pulling it. It's just these branches back here that are touching. Like, watch this. Watch how fast I can move now with this tree. Way quicker. It's like I'm not pulling anything at the moment. That's a big one, guys. I had always been winching from the top, and the bottom of the tree was always dragging, and it would create like a lot more resistance. And the truck would go, it's like way slower. Like, let's see, going up the hill. Are we quicker? Yeah, we're even quicker going up the hill. It's almost like we don't have a tree. It's probably not going to be till I get here. And these little ruts that we keep making. Yeah, that's the only part that gives us problems right there. Someone had suggested that I just pave that whole thing over. I got to see if that's even possible, because it might be part of the decoration of the sawmill that just happens on purpose. Let's look right now. We can kind of see if that's something I can or can't do. Let's go with asphalt. Oh yeah, look at that, we can. All right, so maybe I'm going to replace this all real quick with some asphalt here. So we stop tearing up this ground, because it's like, I don't know, we do so much damage over here. It's crazy. All right, there we go. I basically just paved this whole area. So hopefully that prevents any damage from occurring when we're pulling these trees up and down. But hey, that's it for now. We got this almost all full. I mean, we probably could fit one more tree in there, if I'm being honest. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, we could definitely fit one more in there, but I mean, I'm happy with 100,000. That'll last months and months and months, so that's not too big of a deal. Those trees are going to start growing back there. All right, I think it's time for us to just chill out for a little bit, make some money. Let's turn our truck off here, and let's go take a nap, shall we? Let's do a little hibernation for the winter. Alrighty, there's our 1 month. And guys, let's look at our financials real quick and just see how they were from last month. Now that we made those changes, ooh, 858. That was from our land purchase, big land purchase. Harvest income. Oh, okay, that was all our wood chips. 220. Wow, we made 220 in wood chips. That's pretty amazing. 149 last month. So it looks like we went down a little bit, actually, huh? I wonder why that happened. We were cruising along 172, 174, 157, but we did do 65 plus that. So really, that's over 200 for the last month plus the early stages of this month combined. And that should give us more than enough after we sell this guy to get our brand new John Deere tractor. So let me drop this winch. Where do I want to put? I guess right over here is fine. Nah, actually, you know what? We'll drop it over here. I don't want it to be hidden. I want it to be in plain sight so we don't have any issues finding it. Drop it right there. And let's go take a trip over to the old shop. All right, here we are back at the shop. There's our truck, man. We got to get our truck back one of these days, don't we? Let's see, where do we got to pull this in to sell it? I think it's going to be in the service department right here. Let's see. Yep, there we go, sell. Whoa, 178 if we sell it here. That's more. What was it before? It was only 163. Wow, so we made an extra like 15,000 selling it this way. All right, goodbye, Valtra. You were good to us, but it's time to move on. Time for something bigger and better. Sadly, we just don't need two large tractors hanging around the sawmill. So it's going to be the Kubota and our new John Deere. Let's get down here. I'm pumped up for this, guys. This is a big monster tractor here. All right, let's soup it up. 628. We still got plenty of money. You know what? Let's check out some of these other options here. Crawler track, you know, I really don't think that's going to matter for us in the slightest, so I'm just going to leave that be. Front weight, yeah, I do want a front weight for sure. We'll go with the biggest one, attacher on the back. We'll go with the US version, and that's 632. Wow, we're going to have a lot of money left over here. Let's get it. Beautiful. 114 left in the bank too, man. Oh, now this guy, this is hopefully the end of all our problems. Let's just take a nice look from the outside here. I mean, this thing, look at me next to it in comparison. Look at that thing. That's huge. Wow, and it's even got some sort of cable going from the weight back here. I wonder why that is. If anybody knows why that is, let me know in the comment section down below. But we got some sweet tracks. Let's hop inside, take a look from the inside. Very technological. Let's start it up. Oh yeah, that's the sound you like to hear. We got like storage compartments over there. We got windows. We got like tablets everywhere. Now I wonder, are you able to reverse drive in this? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I was thinking maybe you could flip this around and drive that way, but doesn't look like you can. Which, I mean, that's fine. All right, let's get this bad boy home, shall we? Never mind. We'll just edit that part out. Okay, we made it back. A little slippery on the snow. See, it like wiggles back and forth a little bit there. More than I've known it to in the past when I've used it. All right. Well, we can't just get this, though, and not test it out. We got to put this thing to the test and see if this can actually handle the mulcher. If it can't, I may lose it, guys. I may lose it completely. This would be our second attempt getting a tractor that could use this mulcher with no issues whatsoever. And if this doesn't do it, I don't know what will. I mean, I don't think there really is anything, because this is like top of the line right here. So let's see what happens. Let's get connected here. Okay, we got it. No issues with the wheels being like off the ground or anything, so that's a good start. We got this whole line of stumps right here to test it out on. So let's get lined up right here. Want everything to be perfect before we turn it on. Let's turn it on. Oh yeah, we're moving. We are moving, no problem. I don't have to turn it off. I don't have to do anything, no repositioning. I can just go. Oh, this is beautiful. Wow, that is so much nicer, guys. That's incredible. I got to go through and I got to get rid of all these stumps that are left over here. Because now that we've been cutting a couple trees down, a couple more stumps have reared their ugly heads up to say hello. And I want to get rid of all those before we finish today's episode. All right, you guys want to see something awesome with this mulcher? I'm pretty sure this still works. It used to work at least. But let's take a look. Oh no. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Oh man, that mulcher just deleted that tree. I just thought we were gonna cut it down. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, I'm not doing that ever again. Don't do that, guys. Learn from my mistake. Oh man, what a wow. Was not expecting that. Okay. Well, listen, that's the power of the mulcher. All right, now you know, now I know, now everybody knows. Let's see, can we just go over this whole tree right here? Why didn't it delete this one instantly? Oh, that's crazy, guys. All right. Well, we got our mulcher. We made tons of money this episode. We sold all our wood chips. We sold lots of things. We increased the efficiency of our productions. So hopefully we're going to be making more money there. And everything's going great, guys. Now, I mean, really, let me turn off this mulcher real quick. Really, the next step is just total map domination, right? So next episode, we need to start marching through all of these forestry properties, and I've actually done the math here to see exactly what we're going to need. And if we want to buy all the properties, so first of all, there's 9 forestry properties that we do not own, and the total cost for all 9 is $3,170,880. So that's how much money we're going to have to make if we want to get every single one of these forestry properties and just completely take over. And that will complete 1/2 of our stated goal for this series. So that was the first goal, get every forestry property on the map. Second goal, have 10 million bucks in the bank. Now, once we own every property, I think what we're going to do in order to facilitate the 10 million is we're going to have to set up some other productions on other portions of the map here, just to kind of really fast track our productions and get it to where, man, it would be nice if we were making like 500,000 a month. I think that would be pretty good. So we'll have to see if we can get it up to that, or if we can't, I don't know. But guys, that is going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, leave me a comment down below, and as always, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any other videos that come out in the series. But guys, have yourself a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next one.